All right, welcome to a warm up for runners, making sure that we're strengthening calves, quads, all that fun stuff. So, anytime we're doing any kind of exercise, we want to start out with doing a nice warm up. And so, for here, we just want to make sure we're doing 3 minutes of anything. So, we're going to do 3 minutes of this nice little sequence doing squats, lunges with a knee drive, and then standing up windmills. Now, the reason we do this is because you got to get the heart rate up so the body can accept the work you're going to do. I think that's 10. Okay, from there, step back. Now, why is it important that we get the heart rate up and do all these weird specific moves before we get going? Well, because your muscle tissue is like a very old engine. It needs to warm up a bit before it can really get revving. You're not a Tesla, you know? Your body's a very old machine. 1 minute so far. Whew. Why these specific moves? Well, because what we're doing right now is we're just warming up the big muscle groups. Again, the hamstrings, glutes, and quads, all nice and fired up. Halfway. And back squats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you're doing this, you can also just like go for a walk, go for a run, get up, get moving. But we want to get that heart rate going, and we want to get your body using oxygen as the main driver for energy exchange, not your sugar in your blood. If your heart rate's up and you're starting to feel your body breathing heavy, that means you've made that transition. Super good. Whew, close. Okay, almost there. Oh, 10 more seconds. Whew. But really, so the heart rate's up, your body will accept whatever we're doing. So start out with this strengthening routine. I'm going to come up against the wall. Further where your feet are, the harder it is. I like just placing my hands here. And then we do tibialis raise. You're shooting from anywhere from 10 to 20. Raising up and then down. You want a 2-second pause and then down. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Take a little bit of a walk around. Nice. I'm going to show you from this angle so you can see. So here, one more set through here. Make sure it butts up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, if you're only able to get to like 15, that's fine. But the goal is to get to 20. After that, we do soleus press. Soleus muscle underneath this big wad of tissue up here, which is the calf. 2 ways of doing soleus press. We get our knees over our toes, leaned up against the wall, press up onto the balls of our feet, keeping our knees bent, and then back down. And you can advance up here by just coming here and going. And then same principle, 2 seconds and down. 4, or wait, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. And this muscle is really important because it takes 8 times the amount of load while you're running. So it's really important to strengthen the soleus because it's involved in all the force and energy of landing and then pressing while your knee is bent. Gonna go through that one more time. A little bit of pause. You don't want to do any more than 30 seconds of break. But having like 15 seconds is pretty nice. Okay, come down or get up against the wall. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, oh man, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh. The trick here is you want to go until it burns. You're shooting for 20, but if you can't do the full 20, that's all right. You can always progress and progress and progress. I mean, with the soleus press, usually I'm holding weights, and that's where the progression is with that one. Okay, move number 3 is an extended calf press. You get your body up and like into a high plank like so, and then I'm pressing up to my calves and down. Now, if you have the time, I recommend doing one at a time, but for now, we're just going to do both at the same time, pressing up and down. Now, this one is really helpful, and of course, in the same way with the others, the more extension I get, the harder it is. Ooh, I'm not going to do that intensely though. This is somewhere around 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh. Ooh. Nice. Got another set of that. Super fun. All this programming, by the way, is from the guys at ATG, the Ass to Grass Knees Over Toes guy. Super helpful information. Oh, but I think it's important for everyone to get and learn. And sometimes you just need to hear things from a different voice. And I am that different voice. Haha. 6, 7, 8. You can see I'm really trying to get my heels to the ground, getting that nice full extension. Oh, funny. Woo. Okay. After that, we just want to get ourselves some quads firing up. So this is called a Patrick step. You can do this on an elevated surface, or if you don't have an elevated surface like a chair or something, what you're trying to do is you angle your foot out ever so slightly, get the foot out in front of you, and then we just drop the heel down and press, down and press. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whew. So you really want to be feeling that guy right here. That is the internal quad, and is very important for overall knee health. Whew. And only fires at the first 15 degrees of bend and the last 15 degrees of bend. So training it takes all these weird moves. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, whew. Now, one thing you'll notice is that I'm training barefoot and that I'm placing my big toe down, rolling it open, getting my toe box nice and wide, and then I'm clenching my arch, creating as much of a wide pad and creating as much structure as I can into the foot. I do recommend people get footwear and do things with as wide of a toe box as possible. But most people don't have fancy wide toe box shoes, and training to use those kind of things can take up to a year, as I experienced with it. So if you're just trying to run, don't worry about it, just wear your regular shoes. But if you're really trying to affect and change how your feet behave, definitely recommend getting more into wide toe boxes, and then eventually getting into more minimalist shoes. But again, that takes a lot of time to do. I think that was 20. Now you can see here, right? Like I'm not getting that much depth. I can like raise my foot up and get even lower. But we just need, especially in the beginning, just a little tap. And then if you have access to like a stair, you can stand on the stair, bring your foot down. But moves hard enough, done properly like this, where it's not 100% necessary, although it is a good level of progression. Oh, I'm pretty sure that was 20. And if not, whatever, you'll get there for yourself. Strong work all around. And then to really just round out getting quads and everything, we do just want to make sure we're taking care of the hamstrings. My favorite move for this is just single leg Romanian deadlifts, getting a nice hinge, feeling the hamstring fire, coming back to center. Hinge and back to center. It doesn't matter how much depth you can get. Because once I'm here and the hamstring fires, I want to come back to center. And then you can work on lowering and getting that move depth. But for right now, you're just waiting to feel it fire and return. Keep the back foot, toe facing down. Because you want to keep this hip locked in. You don't want to be like flaring and rolling back. We want to keep that tension and structure in the system. Only doing 10 and 10 with these. You can do 20 if you would like. I don't really think that's necessary. Such a challenging move already. Maybe shoot for somewhere between 10 to 20 if you would like. Whew. Now, after doing all of this, you could considerably go running. Ugh. But this is also just a good like daily practice for strengthening all these weird muscles that aren't the glutes. Ugh. You'll see too that I'm like taking less of a break, but that's just I'm going left and right. And I want to keep that heart rate up. And one side's already taking a break while the other side's active, so don't need as much of a break. Of course, if you need a break, go for it. You can pause the video, right? And then finally, the real kicker here is just doing full body weight squats. Getting yourself set up, finding where your squat is takes some time. That's definitely a thing to like talk to me about. But the gist is, you want to get down low, walk around, kind of feel where your feet land, and then come back up. Now, let's say you can't get down to that low position. Then you want to just find where you're at 90 degrees, knees lined up with your toes, pressing through and down. You see I'm really squeezing at the top. We want to feel that active hinge motion, build that tension in, and then load the spring. Whew. That's the 90-degree version. Full depth version is coming down and through. Or as they call it, the ass to grass move. Now you see here, keep my back nice and flat through this whole thing. I'm not like coming down and getting like this curl and then stripper squatting up. I'm just down, up, down, up. Now this version does require a bit more from the quads. But if you focus on the glutes, Really get that nice tushy burn. And then the last thing I want to show, if you're feeling like you're having an issue getting your hips to like really move and be activated, you can do this pretty straightforward move to 90 and 90 press through. So we drop to one side, kick through, down, roll, and kick up. Keys here, my heels stay in the same position. And as I bring my butt back, I come back on the outer thigh and roll into the next one. So if I drop straight down, what happens is I come here, and then as I roll, I get too tight. And then I start edging forward. And we don't want to do that. You want to be able to press through, really squeeze that cheek, roll, and squeeze. And then if you're looking to get a bit more energy through this one, you can also squeeze, stand, down, down. Like so. And do that until you're done, or just the hip switches. But that is a solid daily routine to build strength through the entire leg system. The only thing that we didn't really cover is the hip flexor, which honestly the best way to train with no body weight is, or with no equipment, is to get your back flat up against the ground, up, out, down, up, out, down. Up. 8, 9, 10. Six, 7, 8. Now, if you would like to stay standing and train your hip flexor, what you can do, you can just find an elevated surface like so, and then come around and around. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bam. And that's how we warm up for running. Okay. From there, you can basically just go for your run. Just do that in the mornings, get everything nice and fired. But that's all there is for this part. Any questions, comments, concerns? Feel free to reach out. Otherwise, have a good day. Peace. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba.